turn them on to low. Whoa, okay. All right, turn the car off, shut those off. Houston, we have a problem. Welcome back while we fix these wipers on this Saturn. Let's take the wiper arms off first. We got to pull these little plugs out. And we need 13 millimeter. Something is definitely busted here. You can kind of see where it's supposed to be attached. Can we repair it? Probably not, but we want to get a look at it first before. If we can fix it temporarily, we will. Gotta get the arm off. There is a tapered spline on here that sometimes will not want to pop off. I need to go look for a tool. Hang on. Right. Got a battery post puller. Let's see if this will work on here. Get behind. Should put the nut back on there, but you know what? Let's see if it's going to come off. Come on.
Just not coming off.
Nothing. I got a little PB blaster in here. Hopefully it'll soak in for a while. Tighten. Wiggle. Wow. We are having no success removing the arms. We need to be able to get this black plastic panel off to get down to the wiper transmission. I could actually see the problem. There's a rod that's supposed to connect on to the part that's down there. It really needs a new wiper transmission to be replaced, but we got to get access to this. So there's a screw, another screw there, clip down over here, another clip down over there. So we could pull all these out, but we won't be able to remove this because these arms are in the way. So I'm gonna have to do something that I don't like doing, and that's cutting stuff that shouldn't be cut. So we're probably gonna cut a little slice right across that so we could slide the thing out. Can we fix the transmission? Maybe, maybe not. But we got to do something because at this point, we can't get these off. These clips just pop out like that. We got to get a socket for those. This wire that has to come off. Fight with these. Destruction is the only way this is going to happen. snips. I'm going to be able to sneak this thing out. We got our wiper unplugged. We got to unplug the washer line. And this is kind of in the way too. It's really, we need to go the other way than what we're trying to get it out. Come on, stuck on the hinge. Let's try it from the other side first. Let's see. Oh, we got our antenna in the way here now too. Yeah, everything wants to fight us on this car today. Made to come off or not. We're not going the direction it's supposed to come off. That's our problem.
Oh, there it goes.
Not the correct way to take it apart, but that's what we got to do.
Near this thing?
This is what busted off. This is supposed to be attached onto this.
I see.
And there's really no good way to even attempt to try to fix that. So we got to get a transmission. Then we will take this one out. And at that point, we could put this in a vise and we could beat on these things and get them off to be able to save them. So that's our plan. We gotta wait for a part now.
Oh.
It's a few days later. We got a new part in the mail. Actually looks like the ends are metal instead of plastic. The original one is a Bosch, and this one is a Southern brand called New Y'all. You can't make this up. It was cheap. I think it was 30 something bucks on Amazon. So New Y'all is what we're going to be installing. Or I should say, what we're going to be installing today is a New Y'all. Let's see if this thing will work. Might be cursing at it with a Southern accent in a few minutes. Let's find out. Let me rip the rest of this thing out. So we got to unbolt that, and unplug the motor right from there. Let's get that disconnected. And then the arms are going to come off with the whole mess, so we could beat on them out of the car to get them off. Maybe they'll come off. They've been soaking in PB Blaster for like 3 days now. Who knows? We'll find out in a few minutes. Okay, the bolts for these things are all 3 10mm bolts to get it all out. Now, the plug on this thing has a little, I was sliding a small screwdriver in this little slot over here. Let me show you up close. Sliding it in there to get this to pop off, and it actually popped off, so this thing's probably, the little retainer snapped from baking in the sun over all the years. So we got that off. Now we could take this whole mess out and throw it onto onto the table over here. Let's get you out. There we go. Next, let's make sure the new one looks like it's the right one, but can't be 100% positive. What do we got here? That's the other end. That's the same. Drop down, bend up, bend down. That part should swivel a little bit. We got to get our motor disconnected off of this now also. So we'll have to take that off of here and bolt this on in its place. Does it look like it's splined or not? It does not. This thing should be in the park position already the way we removed it, so we're gonna leave it that way. But let's get the motor off, and we gotta get the arms. Still have to get the arms off of this thing. All right, we got a 13 millimeter. We gotta get the arm disconnected, and it's wanting to rotate now. What are we gonna do here? Let's see. All right, that came off. Is this splined onto this? It should be. The new one doesn't seem like it is. We might end up running into problems here, but let me see. Yeah, it's got a spline, and this one looks like it, whatever, interference fit. We're gonna do something before we do hook the arm up. We also gotta get these screws out. What size are they? That's too big. What size are these? Oh, I can't tell. Right, now we got to get this in relation to the new one here. That is right. This is that side. There's a couple of notches here. All right, so a notch, another notch. So that's where the motor has to sit if it wants to come out. Next problem. All right. And we could plop that back into here. And we could put our bracket back on. Now, if you remember when we took it out, the arm was facing this way. That's kind of what we're going to try to duplicate when it goes back on. Because this can go on any multitude of ways. I may be overthinking this, but I might not be either too. So we kind of took it off that way. So we're going to run this, shut it off, let it stop where it needs to stop, and then we'll put this back in its place here. Now you could also make up that difference on all of these splines on here. All right, my assistant's in the car. Turn the windshield wipers on, if you could find them. All right, see the motor running? All right, shut it off now. That's off. Okay, maybe I'm overthinking it in this car, but at least I know that's where it's got to be. Let's hook up that arm now. Okay, we're going to put that back right here. 17 millimeter. It's going to want to turn on me probably. Try to just hold it. There, it's starting to spin. I'm too far away from the toolbox to go get a different pair of pliers, so these will work. Make that snug. All right. Now, we still got to get our old arms off of that. So, let's bolt this in here for now. And get this going. There's our 10mm bolts. Now, this busted off in January. This is my nephew's car. So, he's had crappy wipers since January. It's now currently June. So he's a little bit of a procrastinator. We'll fix it for him. We grab a wrench. That can get plugged back in. Click. How tight do you make them? Tighten them up. There's no torque value for something like this. Make it snug. You have like a rubber insulator in here to allow this to like wobble around a little bit. The other ones were plastic, so this will actually, hopefully these will last a longer time than the original one did, which is 20 years, so that's pretty good already. All right, ignition on. Go ahead. There we go. All right, shut them off. Now we got to beat these off. I could hammer on them more with them being out of the car now than compared to what they were. So let me go find my hammer. All right, here's the nut. Now these have been soaking now for a couple of days. Let's see, gotta put them someplace. Smack on them with a hammer a little bit more. Let me just try it right here. There is no way in hell they would have come off on the car. Oh, baby. I might be getting the blowtorch out. That thread is junk now. Did it even move? No, it didn't. Little heat from the propane torch. Let's see if this is going to be enough to do it. I don't know if this is going to get hot enough. Make sure it doesn't fall off. Haha. All right, I'm getting pissed off now because this is ridiculous. Just smashed that nut to fucking bits. And that is not moving. Sorry for the language. Oh, let me see if I can just have this thing laid here. Against this without holding it, maybe. Solid surface. There we go. That's what it's going to take. A ridiculous amount of beating on it. The driver's one, because that has to be the method that we do, is against that. This one was not heated up, but let's see. Well, there it is. I curse you. All right. Stupid arms back on. They should be in park mode right now, so we're going to have them down where they kind of sit. Flip them. Oh, where is it going to sit? Come on. Let me get the other one. We are not going to overly tighten these yet, but we want to see how they work. That should be good. We got a little water on the windshield. Let's see if we got this good. All right, it's a little close up there, but shut it off. Maybe I'll go down one notch on that other one. Yeah, I'm gonna lower this one down a little bit more so it won't be so high up on the top. All right, one more time. It's still close. Shut it off. Well, that's the way it's going to stay. And what's my major screw up that I did right now? I forgot to put the cover back on. Should have put the cover back on here first, but I wanted to make sure everything was working. All right, not a big deal. Take the wiper arms back off. I kind of know where they went. And this is how this part should have came off anyway. We have to make it come off the wrong way in order to get this apart. So we'll lock all of this back down with the clips. We have our windshield wiper. We have our antenna off. Cram that back into its hole here. Get back where you belong. Plug in our wipers, wiper washers, and find our clips and put them back in. All right, one more time. We got the cover back on, all the bolts in place. All right, we are good. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.